Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to connect our laptop to our smartboard wirelessly. But before we jump into any of that, I want to highlight the fact that this video is broken up into introduction, plan A, and plan B. The reasoning for that is that with plan A, we're going to be talking about Smart Mirror, which is a fantastic system that Smart has already built in. The application's on our laptop already. It's a desktop icon. It's ready to go. And we've tested this across all of our schools, and for the most part, it works fantastic. But every once in a great while, we have found that the connection, for whatever reason, isn't working properly. So I wanted to give you a plan B in the event that Smart Mirror isn't working for you. For whatever reason, you'll have another way of connecting wirelessly to the display in the moment right away if you need to. So now we'll have 3 different ways of connecting to our smartboard using the HDMI and USB cord, as we always have in previous years. Using the board's built-in internet browser and utilizing Lumio, which is also a fantastic way of doing it. But if you've got a Google Slides presentation ready to roll and you just want to wirelessly connect that bad boy up to your board, now you'll have the opportunity to do that as well. So without further ado, let's jump into this.
Being connected. So before, we just had the opportunity to use the board's built-in internet browser or to connect wired to our laptop. I'm offering now a third option, and it's Smart Mirror. So what I'm going to do on the bottom is I'm going to press Screen Share, and it's going to pull up this screen for me. At first, I'm just going to press Continue. And from there, it's going to pull up Smart Mirror. On your laptop devices, push to your desktop starting this Friday on August 25th. We're going to be seeing Smart Mirror appear on our desktop displays. Or if all else fails, you can press the Windows button and search Smart Mirror there as well. When I double click, it's going to pull me up to a little loading screen. It's going to ask me for a code. All that I'm going to have to do is type in this 10-digit code and give myself a username, your name. Once I'm there, I'll be connected. Now that I've typed in my session ID, I've given myself a name, I'm gonna go ahead and press connect. And I can see on the right-hand side, you can see DT is now connected to this display. And all that I have to do is press share my screen. And from there, I'm gonna be good to go and displaying whatever I'm displaying on my laptop. This will also work if I'm playing something like a YouTube video, for example. So let's say I wanted to play this talk. It's quiet, but it automatically pushes out the volume to whatever's happening on your board, and the audio is synced pretty well as well. If I pause the video on my display, obviously it's going to pause on my device too. At the very top, I have a couple menu options. If I press menu, I can actually activate a pen and write directly on my screen with my finger or a stylus. It's going to appear on the board. I can also clear that off and it will clear out the ink as well. At any point in time, I can pause what's happening on my laptop and it will pause what's happening on the screen, and then I can play in order to resume it. You'll want to leave the sound piece off. That just means your laptop is muted because it's pushing the volume out to your display. Now, in order to hide these menu tools, we're just gonna press menu again. I did want to show you one other quick thing. You can still manipulate the touch piece even if you're in Smart Mirror from your laptop device, even though it's wireless. But there is one thing that right now I'm not set to be able to do, and that's to be able to write on my screen with the Smart Pens. But there is a setting that I can go to in order to change that. So if I go back into my home screen and I go to the settings icon, in annotation, I can turn on annotation for Smart Mirror. Now, as soon as I go back into screen share, it's still going to show the screen that I had open before. And as soon as I start writing, it's going to show that ink for me. Remember, this creates a freeze overlay of whatever's happening on your screen. So if a video is playing or something like that, it will pause it until I erase my ink. At any point in time, if you want to stop mirroring, you just go back into your Smart Mirror application and you can press Stop Presenting. And now, nothing is happening on my board again until I decide to share my screen. I could also exit the session completely, and now my name will no longer appear on the list. That's how you use Smart Mirror in order to connect your laptop wirelessly. Hopefully this gives you all some ideas of how you could use your smartboard, even in new ways, depending on what it is that you're trying to present to your students.
Now, if you're trying to use Smart Mirror and for whatever reason it's just not connecting, maybe you're typing in the code, it's giving you an error message, or it's loading you in and it's kicking you out right away, here's another alternative that you can use called Miracast. So in the very bottom, all that I have to do is click on my settings in Smart Mirror and go to Network and Connections. And I'm going to turn on the Miracast receiver. Once I turn that on, it's going to create a new session for me. And now on my laptop, all that I have to do is press the Windows and P button at the same time and press connect to a wireless display. From there, I'm going to go ahead and search for Smart Mirror, and it's going to give me the same exact code that I am looking at on my board, 746023 in my case. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and on my smartboard screen, it's going to pull up an invitation to connect, and all I have to do is press accept, and from there, it should connect me to my board. In some cases, I do have to press connect twice, but for the most part, here now is my computer screen, and I'm wirelessly connected. So this is an alternative that I could use if Smart Mirror isn't working. And now, for example, my laptop isn't connected, but I can go to different places on my screen. This can also work to play videos on YouTube or something like that. The audio sync might be just a smidge behind because it's a wireless connection, but for the most part, you should be good to go. So now we have the opportunity to use Smart Mirror. That is our priority mirroring system. But if for whatever reason that isn't working for you, you have an alternative, a plan B, so that way one way or another, if you want to connect wirelessly, you still can.